All right, what is going on, guys? Willis here. We're back with another Borderlands 3 video. We've got another build video for you guys today. This time we're taking a look at Amara. I think this is probably one of the best builds you can be using right now in the game. With this build, you can pretty much solo the raid. It doesn't involve any glitches or anything like that I did in my last video. This is literally using everything in game right now with Amara, and it's pretty nuts. So definitely leave a like on this video, guys. Let's try and get this video to 3,000 likes, because I'm going to do something I don't normally do in my other build videos. I'm actually going to be including the save for this character on PC, if you play on PC. So as soon as this video reaches 3,000 likes, I will update the video description and put the downloadable, I guess, character you can literally just jump in and play with this build. But with that being said, if you guys would like to check out any cheap games, be sure to head over to g2a.com. But yeah, let's jump into it. Now, you can see this build is kind of intricate, complicated. You need certain items for it to work. One of these items is the spiritual driver. Now, you've probably seen this a lot on YouTube within the past few days. This is the new class mod for Amara. Now, this is actually from the Malawan free little mini content update that dropped. With it came a bunch of new legendaries, and this is one of the new mods you can get. Now, the thing that makes this so powerful is the fact that you can get increased gun damage the faster we're moving, and you'll see why in a minute. So if you don't have this and you would like to go get it, you can actually get this from the Tazandir runes on Necro Faya. It's actually from one of the ads called Celestro and Atomic. Now, I'll put the location on screen right now if you want to go farm it. But like I said, if this video reaches 3,000 likes, the save will be in the video description, so you can pretty much just download it and just jump in. You don't need to like farm any of this stuff. But if you're on console or something, you probably will need to farm for this. So yeah, this build basically revolves around moving at like the speed of light and shooting the binary cutsmans. Now, we've got a acidic one, we've got an incendiary one, we've got a shock one, and we've also using the brainstormer. We're also running the elemental projector, so while suffering an elemental effect, increase your damage with that same element. We're also running the Stormfront grenade just because it's an amazing grenade. And we're also running the fast acting stopgap. On action skill end, gain 50% bonus corrosion damage with weapons for 10%. So this build in itself is super good for just farming the raid bosses solo. The thing that makes it so powerful, I'm probably going to put some gameplay on screen right now. If you run like a full team of this, you can literally get through the raid in like 4 or 5 minutes. It's actually insane. 4 Amaras with this build is so good. Now, basically, the rotation of the build revolves around using your phase grasp. We're not actually using the phase grasp on any enemies. We're just using it to basically give us all of our stacks and pretty much all of our damage. Now, so yeah, how this basically works is the spiritual driver new class mod makes it so whenever you use one of your abilities, so in this case we're using phase grasp, as you can see I use it right now and it will start damaging me with the element I'm infused with. So in this case I've actually put it so I'm using corrosive damage on my phase grasp or whatever. This makes it so whenever I'm suffering that damage, so acid, I'll increase that damage with that same element. So obviously if I'm running acid, I want to be using my acid or corrosive, I keep calling it acid, corrosive cutsman. And say if I wanted to use the solar one, I just simply pause the game and I can switch it to the solar damage right here. And then I just switch to my solar incendiary fire, whatever I'm gonna keep calling it whatever I want to call it. So acid, solar, incendiary, shock, electricity. There's probably a correct name to each one, but I'm just gonna call it whatever comes to my mind first. But if you want to use the shock, you simply just take them off and it will basically be your default damage. So you can have solar, you can have acid, corrosion, whatever you call it, right? The damage is insane. So you pretty much just use it on the ground. You don't want to use the phase grasp on any enemy because you want to basically have it up at all times. Every time you use it and the faster you're moving, you can pretty much just bing around at like a million miles an hour. It's pretty crazy. Don't worry if you use it on an enemy as well, because it will simply just go on cooldown for like 10 seconds and then you can simply just go back to using it again. You can see how quick I'm moving. It's probably better for me to show you actual gameplay of me in the raid using this. It's actually insane. But like I said, the faster you're moving with the cutsman, the more damage you're going to be doing. So you can essentially fire all your shots, activate it, and then you just go at Mach 10. But let's go over the skill tree and show you why we're moving so quick. So green tree, so the phase slam tree. We're not using phase slam, we're using personal space. We've got 5 points in clarity. I think this could be, let me check real quick. So this is actually giving us 2 points. So yeah, we have 5 points in clarity, that many points in helping hand. We've got 3 in samsara, 5 in mindfulness, 3 in one with nature, 1 with guardian angel. You need guardian angel. It's pretty much just a free revive, kind of broken. If you want to use acid cutsmans, you use obviously the corrosive damage. If you want to use the incendiary, you use the soul fire. And if you want to use the shock, you simply just take them both off and it'll basically be your default, I guess, energy. So for the orange tree, we're running Anima, Tempest, Wildfire, Dread, Deep Well, Indiscriminate, Sustainment, and Forceful Expression. So pretty much you're just getting a bunch of speed skills, a bunch of damage with element skills, and it's kind of nuts. I think this is probably one of the funnest, most powerful builds in the game. It sucks that Zane is not able to actually move this quick and do this much damage. I know he has a bunch of like movement speed builds, but the fact that the Siren is the fastest character when Zane is just like some ninja assassin is just kind of absurd to me. But like I said, from the gameplay you're seeing in the background, you can solo the raid, or if you go in with 4 Sirens with this build, it's just going to be a farming fiesta. And this is on Mayhem Mode 4 as well. This will work great on true Vault Hunter mode. Enemies just melt. It's always good to switch around what cutsman you're using. It's really good as well if you want to use the Brainstormer. For shielded enemies, the Brainstormer is a really good shotgun to use just for taking down shields super quick. So you can just run around hip firing with it, just doing nasty amounts of damage. But yeah, the rotation is pretty much just use the phase grasp on the floor. Don't use it on anything. This will pretty much give you all your action, kill skills, whatever they're called, giving you insane amount of speed. And obviously this works then in tandem with the new class mod, the Spiritual Driver. Amara's gun damage is increased while moving. The quicker she moves, the greater the gun damage. So you're pretty much running like the Flash, just doing insane damage. It's a great mobbing build and a great boss melting build, especially in the huge open room right at the end for the last boss on Wotan. Also, you're probably wondering why I'm not using, where is it now? Ties that bind. So you can run ties that bind if you want to. This is up to you completely. But you will, I guess it will go on a bit of a cooldown. So you will kind of be there just like not mobbing as great. But if there's a bunch of enemies and you use it and you can get a bunch of them with this, it's probably worth running ties to bind rather the original, I guess, like phase grasp. But if you want to just do the normal build, just run phase grasp. I mean, you can have like one person in your group run ties that bind if you want to. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much the building. I'll leave you guys now with some gameplay of this build in action and how fun it is. It might have our voices and stuff like that. I'll leave everyone's links down below who we were playing with today. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in my next video. This has been Willis Gaming, and peace.
No problem. You
get the
lifetime game. Yeah.
All right, guys. Oh yeah, slow it down.
The guy who said he has it, can you spam fire it? Spam fire the burst, or is it limited like in Destiny?
What's this? What? Good juju?
Yeah, good juju. Yeah.
I haven't used it. I'll pull it out.
He hasn't used it though.
I'm gonna go to Sanctuary. It's gone. I think we have to slow down. I think it like realizes that we are like.
Okay, do not do this phase. Leave it for a minute.
Yeah.
Just kill the ads. Maybe killing the ads is the thing.
Yeah, I think it is like. I think the game kind of realizes that we're just like beaming through, and it's like, you know, I'm just not gonna spawn ads. It's fine.
Yo, they're spawning. This is it. Yeah, look, we got ballistas at last.
These aren't the things I was talking about, though. I was talking
No,
about...
I know what you mean. The mini walkers are the ones that drop loot, but we haven't had these spawn in ages.
Yeah, exactly. So now we can move them on to the next phase.
So that fight is actually easier if you leave one of the mobs up, basically.
Yep.
I think it might just be a time thing, though.
Yeah, I think
we never left him on this phase for that long.
Yeah. I think if he doesn't spawn at least one of the types of ads in a phase, he just breaks or something, like probably. like, and doesn't spawn any. Oh,
They're,
they're
all right, all right. Let's. They just respawned another batch, so let's break his shield.
Wait, they don't normally spawn like that, like in the.
Nah, actually,
to be honest, I've never been looking at him when it's happened before, so.
Yeah.
They don't usually spawn in the shield. Yeah, I got the shield. One sec. There he goes.
I'm about to get it now.
Batsman is just a cut above, dude, on this guy. Like, it just destroys. All right.
Pick out the ballista if you can.
Yeah, they killed that last ballista.
It's gone.
All right, ballista's dead.
Kill
Now it's
some
like
orcs.
spears. Yeah, we didn't get the spears spawning either, did we?
No, we didn't. So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bring him to the
Don't hurt
next
him too
phase.
much.
Sorry, no, the spears
No,
already
fine,
spawned.
Let him spawn the badasses that usually spawn around him, and then we can take the shields out. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. I'm gonna take the shields now. And then I think it's once this first shield goes down, there's maybe when he spawns those things, but I don't even know, to be honest.
All right, now hold, yeah. This is when they should.
You got
spawn.
killed.
Maybe.
The badasses.
Yeah, we might have. Oh, they've all ran in his shield though.
That is not a problem. Here, look, I'll do this. If we could attack that one guy, we'd kill them all. Yeah, I'm fine, but I don't have my
Take it out.
So I'm vulnerable.
Take off the shield then.
Alright, cool. Or is there one outside of the shield? Because if there is, like, leave it.
That's
and
upset.
If
I
there's one outside
don't
of the shield.
think there is.
Looking. It took us
I'm gonna
like
burst. I'm gonna nuke his shield.
I'm gonna get rid of the shield now.
to do like one run.
Shield's gone. Oh, they're here.
There we
They're
go.
here.
They're spawning.
Alright, cool. Alright, just take
There's
everything
so
down.
many.
Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Like, kill the ads. Actually, you know what? I feel like the ads dropped like legendaries when we killed them.
They just dropped so many legendaries. Whoa! I got like 20.
Oh, okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that's how
This
we get
is
more.
it.
Yeah, that's how you get more.
See you later, Thor.
Yeah, that Thor outfit. Yeah, that's what we were missing, boys. That's what we were missing.
Kill the better half. Kill the better half first. Don't kill the boss. Yeah, the top half. The top half.
You mean the head?
Yeah. It's called White Hand's better.
It's called
Did someone
the
say
head.
Thor? Yeah, the one of the mobs is called Thor. What is little doggo saying?
That'll get him. Oh no, I missed. Oh no, I missed.
He's dead.
He's still
There we
eating
go.
grass.
Alright, finish him off, lads.
There he goes.
You excited for the
Oh, he
movies?
jumped. He jumped.
Country road.
He needs an op on his leg. What happened?
Oh no.
Boom! Get the brain. Get the brain.
Brain's
Got
dead.
it.
Whoa!